I press play. Alright, this is June 22nd. It's fucking 6:40 a.m. I'm gonna do this for like 15 minutes. I mean, I have to go to work at 20, so I hope I get there in time. I didn't really give myself a lot of time because I was listening to How Far You'll Toad again on SoundCloud. It's on YouTube too. Check it out. I really want to mimic that on a karaoke, but it will probably fuck my voice up. Yeah! Hey guys! Like doing a whole song in this voice. It's just, you need training. And I know that now, so I'm going to try to see if I can find a singing trainer again. I always do that. I try to find one and they just never go. Just never do it. Yeah, this week was fun. Did a lot of. I think I did a lot of I didn't do a lot of mics. I did shows. I did improv. Improv rehearsal was the fucking best that it could ever get. It was just really fun. I didn't think too much. Haha. It's like that's the goal, but I forget that every time. Like I overthink it, and that's a little nifty trick, is to turn that off. Yeah, hearing comedians talk about comedy is always, it's why you lift. That's why you get all the podcasts. That's why you get all those podcasts. It's why you do it. It's why you watch all those documentaries, and then you're sitting there with a bunch of like people who are trying to grind, trying to do shows, and like see how they work and get it going, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, this is all right. I miss it every time I'm not there. Fuck. It just makes me want to quit all like obligations and responsibilities and just be a stand-up, Ugh. Because every time I think of it as like, I'm not a professional, or I'm not doing it all the time. It's like, so it's like, oh, someone goes, oh, so it's like a hobby for you, and I go, and it's like that's like an insult, an incel. An insult, where Chance Willie said it's a stupid hobby to have, if it's a hobby, because you're not really getting that much out of it, and you're not really helping the people that are in it who could never think of it as a hobby. I think it's good to think about like what would make you want to quit? That was the first thing in that comedy book, the Comedy Bible. It's like, not the first thing, but like, hey, why did you get into it? What do you like about it? What do you look forward to it? And also, what do you don't like about it? And what would make you, actually stop doing comedy? What is your point? Like when you can't speak anymore, you have a stroke. It's like, what is your actual thing that would get you to be like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this if I'm doing hand puppets now to do comedy? Or I'm just like, have a family and a TV career, and I'm old. It's not that I'm lazy, it's just that it's not the same kind of flavor that I'd like. I don't know. Anyway, who knows? As long as you're happy. Shit. I guess I should talk about actually who I am and shit. Listen, I know the podcast website, I like it, but I've posted stuff up from other websites from long ago, so the order that it's in now is completely fucked. But I still have the numbers are still on it, but it's all like 3, 1, 2, 2, 4. Yeah, it's not. That ain't right, boy. Let me see. I have to put these together later on Audible or whatever I use, Audacity, and that's gonna be. I hate that, but I kind of like editing again, so maybe that'll help me. Like, feel like I'm doing something like, oh, I'm a creative man. I have to go in and like do the details. Okay, I should tell you who I am. That's what I was gonna start with. Like, okay, so I'm Andre. Hi, Junior. Oh. My dad's an Andre. Apparently, my grandparents named him Andre while my grandma was pregnant, and they saw a movie in which a French character's name was Andre, and they thought that was nice. And there could only be so many movies that had those elements in them. Like, he was born in 1950 something, and they saw a movie that had a name Andre in it, and there's not that. The title of the movie didn't have Andre in it, but a character in it was named Andre. There's only so fucking many. So I'm kind of failing at finding that movie. Let me see. Born in Atlanta, so that's fun. Parents are doctors, so that's not one's a nurse, one's a doctor. So I didn't think about that, but like the whole thing of like don't fuck your workmates or don't fuck comedians and stuff. It's like, yeah, don't. And then I think about my mom and dad. It's like they were working in the same hospital and they ended up dating and shit. So that happens a lot. That happens a lot. Does that happen? Nurses and doctors? Yeah. Turns out people just ignore that thing all the time where you're not supposed to date, workplace romance. Because what if it doesn't work out? You're kind of making it awkward. I mean, when it's good, it's nice. Like, aw, we're a couple. It's nice. It is. What's up? So I was born, and then I had tiny adventures. Tiny baby Andre had tiny adventures. What? God, the first memory I seem to have feels like a dream where I'm being held by my mom and dad in a movie theater watching a movie about a guy, Indiana Jones type guy, on like a big chain bridge in a jungle being chased by brown dudes, and on like a big chain link fence, chain bridge, and there's vines all over the bridge, and it turns out the vines are all snakes. Oh no. And then they end up leaving out the exit. I guess I was crying, I don't know, or she wasn't feeling good. And like, that feels like such a dream, not real memory. It feels like I always think of that as like, that was my first memory, but then I get older and I go, it's probably not possible that I remember that if I was that small of a thing. What's like a baby thing I did that they keep talking about? Fucking later. Anyway, at like 4, probably less, we ended up moving to Nashville, Tennessee, where my Churchwell family is. Georgia is where Henderson family is, mom's side. Huge amount of people, 9 aunts and uncles, a gazillion, oodles of amounts of cousins and second cousins. And what else? And the Churchwell side is like, 3 uncles and an aunt, and then it's like very manageable amount of cousins, and it's like, wow, look at our big family. It's like, no, shut up. We're taking over the city. No, shut up. Not really. And my mom had such a big family because my granddad on my mom's side was running a farm, and it's like, we gotta have workers. And grandma was like, that doesn't sound right to turn me factory. I want to see the world and like go to school. And it's like, nope, working here. And so she was like pushing for them to go to school and get out. And the granddad was like, hey, if you don't go to school, that's fine. I need people. I'd rather you'd stay here because I want to be a farm man. Wild stuff. What else? I gotta record my mom telling stories. Fuck, I gotta make that like a dedicated day and then record it and do it, no matter how shitty it is, just to get it in a film version. Moved to Tennessee, moved to Nashville, Raintree Forest. Oh, Brentwood. Immediately went to Brentwood. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Jack and Jill. Yeah, who knows what Jack and Jill is? I thought it was a black thing. I thought it was like, hey, there's so few black people in this wealthy part of the subdivision. Let's all get them to hang out together. That's what I thought that was. And that's not what that is. It's a wealthy hangout thing. Although I saw mostly black people in it. I mean, it was just in the right cut of Jack and Jill. Early memory in pre-K, because, hey, you need preparation to go to kindergarten. Just nailing kindergarten when I didn't get in there. Just waxing out, mooning everybody. I remember memorizing a Gwendolyn Brooks poem. I don't know which poem now, off the top of my head, of course, now that I've memorized it. I'll look back. I'll come back to that. Anyway, and I remember there was a deal I had with some chick where I was going to kiss her on the butt and she was going to kiss me on the butt. And it was like in the middle of class, people running around. Where's the teacher? I don't know. In another fucking room dealing with some other wild kid. And it just was like, how is that possible we had that much time to organize it and to like exchange butt kisses, which I guess started me down my road of butt fantasy. Realistic, what's it called? Down to earth fantasy, but with butts, like down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Like Neil Gaiman. Anyway, Jesus. Fun stuff going on. Constantly running into the kitchen table. I have a little dent in the middle of my head that's from just being magnetized kitchen table, hitting that a bunch of times. And they just didn't move it. It was just like, hey, he'll learn, I guess. We'll just tell him not to do it. And I kept doing it. And eventually they had to just move the table. He was just like, okay, he's just gonna run directly at its perfect height. I swallowed a penny or a quarter one time, and they took me to the hospital. Like, my dad takes me to the hospital. My dad took me to the hospital over everything. I fell down the stairs, took me to the hospital. I mean, like, I guess maybe falling down the stairs before. Took me to the hospital and everything. And then I was trying to tell the doctor that I felt the quarter still, like, in my body, because it moved down my throat, down my stomach, down through my leg, into my foot. So I think it's there now, is what I told the doctor. And he's like, okay, all right, well, I think he's fine. I think he's going to be fine. Jeez. Had some cool times in the first grade I went to. Oh, I went to kindergarten somewhere, and then I went to first grade at University School Nashville, the prep school. The best prep school you could go to. That's where my sister was going. And I went from first grade to 12th there. And it was really cool people, cool teachers and stuff, but it was the workload was just like back-breaking workload. Just amount of books you need to have at all times. I would get after finishing school, I would get like PTSD. I would get like shakes. I wouldn't get PTSD. That's unfair to people who actually have it. I would get like flashbacks every time we drove near the school, like on the way to. It's like, oh, we're driving to school. What do I have all my stuff? What classes have I not prepared for? What homework is ready? And it's just like, Jesus, man, it's over now. It's over. It's okay. They can't get you anymore. I was really good in school for like a long time, just because I read all these Charlie Brown encyclopedias and I liked math and patterns and games, Number Cruncher, Math Blaster, Carmen Sandiego, all that shit on computer games, man. That made me like a fucking wizard when it actually came to a test. It's like, oh, who got fucking multiplication, division, whatever. Like simple arithmetic, it was whatever, and then knowing facts and stuff was whatever, because I had a Charlie Brown encyclopedia book about the goddamn subject. And Title Boxing Club. Oh, I'm almost there, and I'm almost late, kind of. I have a 7-minute like grace period. Have my stuff? Yeah, I do. Wow, man. If I didn't have my key card, I'd be fucked. Let me see. Where was I? Yeah. And so up until like 1st to 7th grade, I was fucking styling and profiling, like fucking nailing pretty much every class I had. Like at least getting like a B. I think I was getting A's all the time. And then you get to 8th grade and you get social studies, and it's shit like early American history, pre-American history, and early, like, you know, knowing how that works. And I was just fucking banging my head against that. Like, so mad at the teacher for trying to teach me something I didn't know, actually. And the thing is, that's probably the problem. I was so not used to trying. And that led me down the path of like, well, I was like stressed out at all times. Like, well, I don't like this. I don't like this feeling of being stressed out about my knowledge power, because that was the thing I was confident in. And so I just eventually came to the conclusion that during that year of, oh, well, if I don't know something on a test, or if I do know something on a test, just take the test like it's a survey. It's how I put it in 8th grade. It's like, hey, you know or you don't. It's cool, man. Just do it. Just get in there. Just knock it out. And hey, that's on them. Parman? I want to go to Parman. Shit. That's the Murphy garage. Shit. New person at a job. Shit. Is that Parman? Don't you fucking tell me it's not Parman. Murphy. God damn it! I passed it. Shit. I hope that's his Parman. I hope those are all not moving cars. Fuck! Should've just parked to the pediatrics thing. Fuck! Shit. Okay. And then that kind of spiraled, like 8th grade led into freshman year in high school, and that kind of spiraled everything into, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, I'm failing this, I'm failing that. French, everything. I loved my French in 8th grade. Miss Interlandi, Madame Interlandi. We ate bread and talked about French stuff, and we had phrases around the room. C'est ça, oh la la, mon Dieu, tout de suite, entrez, that we would learn throughout the whole year. Like a week, we had 52 of them, I guess, and each week we had the word of the week that we had to know and repeat when we came into class and left class. C'est ça, that's it. Oh la la, hey, oh la la, mon Dieu, oh my God, tout de suite, quickly, entrez, enter. Entree was the first of the. That's funny. I know that still. I know that much. There was way more to that. No shit. Eat at Provence. I remember that. I mean, like, I remember eating a lot in French class, knowing fruits and vegetables. Pamplemousse, grapefruit. But then I end up in like French 2, and I was like, we only speak French in this. Fuck. I got bumped back to French 1. And then if I did well in French, I didn't know if you did really well in French, that you get to go to France. That was a trip. Damn. That's amazing. I think I still was doing well in like Cal, in like pre-Cal and all these other silly things. Man, I have no fucking idea where to fucking park. Fuck. Oh, Parman Garage is around the corner. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. It's 6:59. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, and 7 o'clock now, according to my watch. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay. And then, I kind of wasn't sure, I guess, what I was going to do in the entire time. I was undecided, which is something you can't be in Japan, apparently, according to that reality show, where there's a gong that goes off, and you have to say your deepest, darkest secret, and some person, when the gong went off, was like, I don't know what I want to be, and everyone, what the fuck? You don't know what your major or what your job you want to do? You're just floating around? It's like, yeah, that's most of us here, I thought, but no. And you must abide to the... Oh my God, I don't know. Fuck! I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I thought this was the Parman Garage, and it isn't. It's the Physician Park Medical Office Building. Ha 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 ha. It's so funny. You're so funny. I'm gonna kill you! Ah! Fuck! Fuck this! Oh, I'm gonna park in the Parman Garage. No, I'm not! I'm gonna fucking be late for work. I'm gonna fucking... I hate it. It's down that way, isn't it? Shit! That's not an exit. So now I am not really screwed. Not screwed just yet. Give me a second to get screwed. I found my calling when I took fuck you! Wow! No! One way? Fuck you! Suck my dick. Come on. Just do it. Fucking... Shit, just fucking suck my dick. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. And, fucking psycho. That's Parman? I didn't know. Hey, man. I hope this is... Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, improv sort of changed how I interacted and talked to every human being that I ever will talk to again, and made me who I am and whatnot. And I really appreciate that. And I didn't think like, oh yeah, you when you talk in class, you have to have something to say, is be right. It's like, no, it doesn't. No, it does not. And it made me feel empowered, and made me feel like I was like funny, like like some of my friends, and it made me realize like I don't have to act a certain way. I can be many different things, and it's cool. Fuck, can I park? I don't want to park. I just want to go home now. Okay. That's a terrible, terrible thing to say. Fucking first day of work. I just want to go home a little bit, because this is very stressful. I'd rather just park at the pediatric parking, because this sucks! Yeah, I can't open the fucking door. Okay. As long as I can open the fucking door. Oh, wait, I'm still recording. Yeah, improv, and then I ended up doing theater, honor choir, all sorts of crazy stuff. Guys and Dolls, Macy's Day Parade. I wasn't the best singer, dancer, whatever, but I brought energy, you know? That's what you want. That's what you want. Memorize, and there's... When you see a guy, look for stars in the sky, their songs, when you do a musical, you say the songs 52 billion times. And you're in a bus with people traveling in different places, and they're singing Disney songs, and it's like theater queers and girls, they're fun. Oh, they're fun. And they sing, take opportunity to sing at drop of the hat, singing all these Disney songs they memorized. It's like, we gotta memorize all these to hang out with you? It's like, yep, well, okay. I'll try. Okay, there's a couple of things I have to do right now. I have to put this in my car, put this up here. I have to get a goddamn thing that will open doors. and I have to hide this somewhere. And I have to go to work. I have to go to work right now. Jesus Christ, door wouldn't close? Alright, I'll close it now. Bye guys. I'll be back after work. Fuck. Yeah, welcome back. Hey, it was probably a second, but now it's fucking 8:57. Got off work, visited Belcourt, got some talking to about relationships, and it's still just always girls. The mysterious nature of boys versus girls and how we're never going to fucking solve that enigma ever. Especially me. But all I can do is try to figure out what I want and try to go for it. And not just keep engaging in negative conversations. Just let it go. Get your stuff and let it go. And just try to be nice and cordial when it is appropriate. But you don't have to do it just because someone's forcing you to be nice and cordial. I don't know. This won't make any sense, right? I feel like I am being forced to be a better person, to be the better man a lot of times. But I'm used to that, being a black guy. Like, you can't just wild out on everyone that you know is a piece of shit. You have to store that up and put it into jazz or whatever. Whatever we do. Last I was talking about, I was in high school, but yeah, I guess I want to talk about girls. So I was talking about girls. I was like one of the first people I think, to have a girlfriend. Like I had a quote unquote girlfriend in first grade. I have a friend who was a girl, but also I just was like, yeah, we're girlfriend, boyfriend. Oh man. What is with me? Just wobbles. Jiggles. It's fucked up. Like, just be a good person, and not stare. I'm in my car. It's my private property. I can do what I want. Libertarianism is the way to be. Anyway, yeah, Jessica, first girlfriend, and then it was like, I guess I was being affected by the other guys, or I didn't like the pressure of being committed to someone and thinking I'm going to marry them. I liked talking to her and being around her, and then ended up not liking it, the pressure of it, and then she sensed that, I guess, and didn't like it, and then we just ended up like breaking up in first grade. It was really fast, and that made me go like swear off, like I'm never gonna have another girlfriend in high school because that's dumb and it hurts. And I held fast to that shit. Woo! I just stayed away from girls. I thought they were different and special, or aliens or angels or whatever, and I just stayed away from them and thought they were all, when I got puberty, I thought they were all fucking goddesses and hot, and I shouldn't be near them and touch them or see them outside of school because I'm a gargoyle. God, I have to fucking map this together with the previous one. Okay, I don't have enough time to talk about high school. I got to do this in 20 or so minutes. Let's see. High school got like experimental with electives and classes. Like I wasn't really settling. I was doing basketball, tennis one season, track and field because my sister was doing it. And I was like, I could do a sport and get a ride to hang out with track and field people. What did I do any other sports? I tried to start a football team every year until I finally got one for the 8th grade football team, and ended up assistant coaching them, and that was fun. That was fun as fuck. I kept bugging the principal and the sports director, and then they ended up saying we would only get one if we paired up with another school that was looking for students, because they have the facilities and the equipment, and that's the most expensive fucking part. And I go, okay, so I start shopping around to different schools, being driven around by my mom to try to do this project. I ended up getting it done senior year for the 8th grade. And I was like, fine, I'll be a coach. That was fun as fuck. Oh, that was so fun. I cannot believe that it happened. I changed the world. I thought about that today when I passed by US. I was like, I changed this school. Yeah, in your fucking weird way, maybe. Anyway, what else in high school? French, that was so much fun. French class was just wild. People were making movies, instead turning in projects that were movies, and I turned in one that was like inspired by Reservoir Dogs, and it was just the dancing torture scene, and no one got it. They just saw me dancing in my room and thought I was going to be thought I was stripping because I took off a tie. And the teacher got very uncomfortable and said he has to this day says, I have that VHS. Fucking Andre, bring it on if you ever run for president, because that shit's going out. I want the digital version of that and put it on my fucking... That would be the most embarrassing shit! Speaking French badly with terrible audio, that's what really gets me, is you can't actually hear me. I'm so stupid. I tried to edit it without editing it. Like, I just had a camcorder, the same camcorder that I, like, filmed my first steps or whatever, and I just filmed it in sequence, and if I fucked up, like, rewind the tape. Get douche chills. Not douche chills, I'm just getting, fucking, it just tastes bad. Fuck. What else? Crushing it in physics, in science and math, having a hard time with English. Then I end up in fucking ATAC, Mrs. ATAC's journey class, which fucking, she like asked me to map out my life, to read The Alchemist, and that made me realize like there's a journey, there's steps, there's acts in life that change. It's not just this. You're in the beginning stages, or you're at a different stage for different things. And that made me reevaluate like where I am and what I want to do. And I want to make stories. Stories are great. I want to Dutch talk about stories all the time. We watch Rocky and Star Wars and all these other fucking things, and Joseph Campbell. That was fun. Did a romance book class where I had, I have had series of laughing fits in classes where, you're not supposed to be laughing, so it makes it worse, and you can't hold it. But this one was the worst, because it was like some ancient Greek poem about love of, the love of the gods, and how gods, the Jupiters and stuff, are not human, and their love is even more potent and stronger than human love. And like, it was like a love of father to son, and Jupiter and fucking Uranus or whoever, Mars. And I wrote down to my friend Eric Drake next to me, I wrote down, Jupiter loves, like, Jupiter loves Uranus, like we go like, that's, and then I wrote on top of like him doing that, I wrote over Jupiter, Poopiter, and he laughed, and that made me laugh really hard, and then he laughed because I was laughing, and then we both, I think we're in a state of, if someone finds out why we're laughing, we'll look so ridiculous. Like children. We need to be banned from this school. We both didn't say, but we were both trying to keep it, and like I would leave the room to go to the bathroom, and then be like, okay, I'm calm down. And I go back, and then I make eye contact with, he's sitting right next to me, and then I was just like, crying, laughing again, while they're trying to recite this fucking poem. This epic poem or whatever about love of the gods. And at the end they asked like, what were you laughing about? And we tried to explain it, and they're just like, okay, because they're gay. Because gay's funny. They were children. And we just realized, like, we were just like in our heads, like, trying to explain this is the worst part. Oh, gay, butt sex. in their butt. They have butt sex in their butt. It's so funny because it's butts and dicks. It's funny. It's funny! Butts are funny as well as sexy. And it just... that was a real, like, original definition of hilarious, like, I need to change shit because of that laugh. That laugh fucked up my psychosis, or what, you know what I mean. Anyway, I fell in love like 700 times a day in high school. Never approached anybody. Maria Lombardi, I was like I thought she was super hot based off one interaction, not interaction, what are we talking about? I was looking at her as I was turning a corner, and she was pretending to be like have her hair cover her eyes and do that with her friend, and I just looked at that and I was like, I must squeeze her cheeks, and that was the worst. That was the worst it got, and I talked with her one time after school with Laura, her friend there, and who helped me graduate. Laura fucking got me to pass fucking American history with like organizing my fucking binders and shit. She came over and fucking organized my binders while Braveheart was going on for fucking 16 hours. So it was the commercial version. And they started talking to me, and it was like one of the first of many where someone wanted to fix Project Andre and get him out and about and social. And she just looked at me and go like, so who do you like at school? And I couldn't just say you. Well, you know, you're pretty hot. It's like now the cool version of, I couldn't even do it now. I couldn't do it to fucking person I was just talking to. Shit, I gotta delete this. Delete it! No one's listening. Where you just like have a crush and they're talking to you about relationship stuff and you just go like, is this a movie? This sucks. This movie sucks if this is a movie. Because I've fucking seen this and I want to fucking beat the fucking person who wrote it to death. Fucking God who wrote this scene. It sucks. Fucking shut the fuck. You thought this was going to be funny? Fuck yeah. God, it's just like a rambling person in my car. All these people leaving Belcourt. What else? Alex Hartley died. She was in my class. She was like one of the smart. She was considered smart. I think she was smart, but also the hardest working person at this, other than Martha Francis and Matthew Burke. Like they were just like smart, yes. But the thing is, you mix the smart with like never stop studying, never stop going over the top to get A+++. Then it's like fucking unbeatable shit. So you never really know. Like, what's the difference between smart and hardworking in school? There is a difference, like, in real life, but in school, you don't know. Because you just assume, because you got good grades, you must be the smartest person here. It's super fucking interesting. Like, grades and actual knowledge and smartness, it's like, you can't, that's not measurable. But it is, and it isn't. It is, and it isn't. You could totally do IQ tests and SATs and all these other things. Oh, you must be a genius. But there's other things you can't measure. And that sounds like I'm fucking shitting on people who are smarter than me. But I'm not. Okay, I'm saying there's known unknowns. There's other measures of untangibles that it doesn't make it 100%. Like when you say an IQ test, when you say a test score, it doesn't make it 100%. Yes, stamp. This guy's smart. It shouldn't be. That's not what I think. There's other factors because hard work that makes you smart in hard work, and that's what that really shows. I think a grade. It shows that you did the fucking job. Smart is when you just show up, which is what I tried to do. Just show up and take the test like it's a survey, and you're like, oh, you actually know this shit. But you can just memorize shit. And memorizing makes you smart. So what the fuck? Am I just running in circles now? Chicken or egg? I don't know what I'm talking about. Listen, okay. Alex Harley, I had this like plan of like, I should befriend her. I should hang around her and be like, hey, I want to do well in school. You do well in school. Let me teach me your ways, sensei. And I just didn't do it. I just had all these plans to hang around people and just didn't do them. I was supposed to apologize to this girl for dry humping her during this like sophomore exchange, like outdoor activity time when we were the first couple like weeks of sophomore or junior year, where we were like, we're gonna have team building exercises in this fucking camp area, and one of them was like this like water balloon filling thing, and I was trying out a new thing of like girls like a guy who's like an asshole who's direct. And I tried being that for like fucking 2 days, and I felt just like a piece of shit. I hated it. I didn't like it. And I was getting like, I was getting like back and forth stuff, like, ugh. It's like how she said, how would you like it if I punched you in the crotch right now? It's like, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind it if you did it like really softly, or like if you did it really gently. And I thought that was like, in my head I was like, that's the greatest comeback that the world has ever said. Holy shit. I still remember it, and I think it's still that's pretty fucking weird, but for an improv, that's pretty good. Just punch me slowly. Punch slow. That's my love making. Stupid. And I dry humped her because I was positioned, because I had to hold a thing above her, behind her, and I was positioned, and I was like, oh, I am accidentally touching her butt. Might as well like let her know I'm here. And she just looked at me like, what was the look? Like disappointment mixed with like, you're just a slug. You're just low life form. Oh, like just the slack jaw, like mouth open, like, oh, you fucking really. And that just made me recede and just go, okay, just back in my shell. And every year, that must have been freshman or sophomore thing, because it was like a yearly thing of like waking up every day being like, I'm going to apologize to Sarah, I'm going to apologize to Sarah, I'm going to apologize to Sarah, and not doing it until senior year when we were like doing our, like, we were about to leave party thing. Fuck, a career day. Fucking. And then she was like, yeah, no, it's fine. I said, I want to apologize for that time at the camp retreat thing. You know what I mean? And she went, yeah, that's fine. And I go, oh. Okay. I saw her not too long. It was too long ago, actually. I was going to say not too long ago. It was too long ago. Must have been fucking 9 years ago, actually. At like a fucking USN alumni like art show exhibit. She has like a kid and a husband now. And I think I saw her at the end of a hallway, and she gave me like a look of recognition. Like eyes, like her eyes were normal, and then her eyes got wide. And then I like think she like left to go somewhere. It's like, where's Sarah go? Oh, she had something to do with her kid. And that's just, it made me think like I just ran her off. When like maybe she actually did have things to do. She's a busy artist person. So it's not all about you, Andre, in the world. You're not affecting everything, or maybe you've traumatized her. Who knows? Let's be ambivalent and just feel like everything is wrong and right. That's my style. It's the way I like to roll. Feel bad and feel good. I want that. Ups and downs. Give me those. Oh, I need to go to sleep sometime. That sucks. Like, the way my day goes, if I don't do some yoga and go to sleep, I will not operate correctly tomorrow, and I will operate even worse the next day. God, how long have I talked? Oh, shit. Almost 20 minutes. Wow. barely scraped out of high school, failed American history, ended up going to a drug rehab camp that was called Soul Trek's Intimate Guided Journey into Self-Discovery, and it was for 40 days in the summer in Minnesota. It was fucking wild mosquitoes biting the shit out of me, and my skin is still fucked up from it. It was a drug rehab thing because they had a moment like 2 weeks in where they had a big fire and sat everybody around the circle and said their worst drug experiences. Someone talked about their cocaine problem when their dad walked in. They had a huge desk full of cocaine. Someone talked about being on weed and ecstasy at a party and finding someone blowing them and they didn't know who. That was their worst. That was their down. That was their down moment. Someone talked about taking acid, making out with a girl underneath the bleachers, and then going home and thinking a shadow FBI man was coming to get them, and he said, "You're not gonna come and get me, motherfucker," and start opening up his veins. And that was the worst moment. And I had to follow him. With NyQuil. I had to talk about NyQuil. That's my worst drug. And everyone's like, "Oh, that's so funny. But you have to tell us." And I go, I've got nothing, man. I don't like the way beer tastes. I don't know where to get drugs. Who's the drug man at my school? Do you know? I think I know, but then I don't want to ask him. I don't go to parties or anything. I just play Mario Party. Mario Party 1. Back-to-back winner, Mario Party 1 in this bitch. One of the select few back-to-back winner of Mario Party 1 you're listening to. Oh, was Andre crying just now? No, he was just so enamored with his own joke. God, I'm not that funny. It's so funny that I'm not funny, I think. I think it's funny that I'm not funny. And that's kind of the joke, I think, of my humor. That I just don't know what I'm doing. And I think I know. But I know that I don't know. It's good. It's good. Also funny, subjective. There is not a science to it, except for the fact that if people laugh, that counts. Every time I have some rule, and it's like, that rule doesn't matter, but unless, it makes people laugh, hey, that's the fucking rule you gotta follow. Comedy, quit going up there telling stories, tales out of school, gossip, who gives a fuck? Give me some yucks. God, Naruto's infected my blood, and now I can't stop acting like him in intervals. It gives me life, but it's just like, why don't I have my own thing? Anyway, that's funny. Hey, that's good. You're influenced. That's funny, and that's amazing that I can still be influenced and not jaded and just give up on changing my craft. That's an interesting thing. Oh, glass lady, I like you. With your curl hair, that makes a little moon thing. It starts there and then it goes under your ear like a fucking, Betty Rubble. Anyway. Focus. Need to go on dates. Anyway. Yeah, just ask these girls that are liking your profile, hey, girls who like my profile, when can we meet? I want to meet you. Let's meet in a neutral place with lots of light and people. You'll see me, you'll talk to me, and you'll find out if you want to keep talking to me or fuck me. It's one of the two. You either want to talk to me or you want to fuck me. I think that's a fair number. Is this number going up on the screen? That's so weird. Anyway, it's a Bluetooth thing. I thought it was at 43 seconds. Now it's at a minute 12. On the Nothing song, there is no title, no name, no title, no album. On this thing that's on my car screen, it's a Nothing. So what the fuck? Anyway. Man, I've talked for too long. School was weird. Then I went to college. I went to Mercer University, where I got a scholarship because I did really well on my SAT. I got a perfect score on math SAT, so I ended up getting a bunch of scholarships in math and engineering colleges. And I just was like, yeah, I want to take a year off to do comedy. And my parents were like, absolutely fucking not. You'll never go back to school. I should have done that. And then later, my mom's like, you probably should have done that. Fuck. We should have done what you asked. You knew what you wanted to do, and you should have done it. We were just afraid. Because we're parents. So we wanted to do what's best for you. What else? Should I invite Isabel? Let me see. Wait a sec. This is a dumb idea. Yeah, listen to me type on my fucking phone. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Am I gonna delete this? No. I'm doing a podcast in my car right now. Want to be a part of the end of it. She's gonna see this message way late. I'll add it. I'll add it to the end if need be. Whatever. This is not professional. So college happened. I went to Mercer University. It was a fine fucking school. I loved my calculus professor. I wish I could find his name. He was a fucking amazing speaker person. I could make fun of his voice. Man, you're talking about kilometers. You're talking about, meters. You're talking about Arabic numbers, man. He would make things confusing by thinking he was making things simple. It was amazing. Basic math. He would say that a lot. I loved talking to him. I loved hanging out and talking with him. It was the best. And I should go back. I keep thinking I should go back and talk to him. He's probably not a fucking teacher there anymore because it's been so long. I just didn't know what being an engineer involved. I had no idea. I just know math. This is a math job, I guess. I had no I knew my uncle was an engineer and he built stuff. Yay. I was supposed to make I took a class on engineering ethics, and we watched a thing about, bridges collapsing and the Challenger, and one of the scientists with the Challenger being like, this is what I did wrong, and you guys cannot make these mistakes, and double check, measure twice, cut once. So that was his big speech. It was like a whole class on ethics and just being like, fucking people's lives depend on these stuff being right, so make sure it's right when you do it, when you build anything. Then we made we had a project where we had to make robots and see how far they get and how fast they get. It was fucking wild. I took no part of it because I didn't know what the fuck to do, because everyone I met at that school wanted to be an engineer since birth or something. It felt really weird, but I was so out of it. And every day I was reading something, I was writing something, not writing, I wasn't writing, but I was reading about writing and watching shitloads of stand-up and shitloads of speech and stuff. I took a psych class from one professor and she was so fucking cool. I think I got an A out of that. I remember one time, it started to talk about generalities and people and stereotypes. And then a person in the class started talking about why is it that, black people are so good in all sports? It's maybe it's just hey, there are differences and it's okay. And she went but what about hockey then? What about ballet? What about ballet? What about all these, things that they aren't masters of just yet? Just yet. She didn't say just yet. I said just yet. Because that black ballerina and the Predators hockey player that I don't know their names. Pekka Ryan? Nope. That's the goalie. If that's true, please write in andrepressplay@gmail.com. Oh, right. Oh, fuck. That's right. She's going to the gym. Pump it. Pump the jam. Pump the jams. Anyway. This is talking too long. And then, following Mercer, it's my roommate then went hey, I had two different roommates. I was a messy boy, too. I wish I didn't. My first roommate played that song from Smallville, Save Me, on repeat to focus in on doing his work. which I get. I understand that now. I didn't understand that then. I just thought he was just fucking trying to make me kill him. But I didn't want to interfere and say anything, because I didn't want him to interfere and say anything about all the porn I was watching. Or whatever the fuck I was watching. That was obnoxious. I think he even like invited me to come out to him to go to drag race in the streets. It's like, did you just tell me you do illegal drag racing? Don't fucking tell me that shit. I don't want to fucking be a part of this. This is fucking like someone will come up to me and be like, you're with him? And I'm like, no. I didn't know. That seemed like real fucking like shady shit I didn't want to be part of. Second roommate was like a sorority fraternity guy. And then he eventually made a cogent comment of like, you read and watch movies and like listen to this stuff all the time. Why don't you go to Savannah College of Art and Design? And I wrote that down, and I ended up leaving Mercer and going to Savannah College of Art and Design. And that was beautiful, being around all those fucking artists, fucking graphic artists, fucking animators are the best. They're so fucking lively. They like live like cartoons. Because that's all they absorb, and that's all they are, and that's what they want to make, and so they live like 600 characters, and they're just. It was like hanging around theater people in a way, but not really, because they weren't seeing it all the time. Fashion people, they were so fucking interesting to hang around and listen to them, and it wasn't like jocks and geeks. It's like everyone's a fucking geek. It was cool. It was cool to talk about every single facet of art. It was fucking dope to see people sculpt on their off time just because they needed sculpting. People to model, people who nude modeled and did all sorts of crazy bullshit just to move their fucking brand or package or what they want to do. It was fucking super duper fucking cool. And I met that Wiccan that I ended up making out with a bunch of times, getting blown with a bunch of times, and she wouldn't let me lick her because she didn't think I was know what I was doing, and she didn't let me fuck her. She didn't want me. She thought it was too private. And then she told me she had a boyfriend, and she just like needed to practice or needed intimacy, and it was just like, that's not right. But I felt guilty while getting blown by her. Remember one time she just used so much spit that I came and a whole bunch of clear liquid came out, and she was like, did you just pee on me? He's like, I could tell that was not pee. It's like, I think you did. And I was like, well, I think I would know. Okay? And the roommate smelling like fucking bath salts right now. I don't know. Bath salts? Okay. I'm a scientist. Fucking, if bath salts came out of my dick, fucking bet your ass I would fucking talk about it, and that I would be fucking pissed. Life-changing event that would destroy my dick. Watched a whole bunch of anime while I was there to like learn about deeper art. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh, I'm so changed and depressed now. Just never leaving. I was had a room by myself, so like people gravitated to my room to party, and I didn't like that. I got my Dreamcast stolen from when I thought my friends. I'm still mad about that. Hey, Janelle Blunt, you're still a fucking asshole. I mean, I'm past it now. I got a Dreamcast. I have enough money to just buy one off the internet. But fuck her. Why didn't you could have played it any time you wanted. You just have to ask, but you just pretended that your brother had the exact same Dreamcast with the exact same games. It just makes me fucking sick. And it made me, like, think reevaluate trusting everybody. So that sucks. Because you want to have that in a childlike innocence forever, but you don't. You can't, I guess. You get fucking ass blown out. And at least it was just a video game and not, like, my dick or my life or whatever. When I first saw her titty, I made, like, a noise for 4 seconds, and I couldn't stop. I was like yelling at myself, I need stop! You're gonna make her put the titty away! We were watching Invader Zim with like everyone else around us was falling asleep, and it was great. And it was a great life moment that happened to me. I fucking saw a really big fat titty from like a light-skinned black Wiccan. So fucking such a weirdo. Farah was her name? Yeah, Farah. Met RJ. I need to talk to RJ. That motherfucker's nuts! I love him. He's the blackest motherfucker I've ever met. And he understands my background, and I understand kind of his, but he's way more fucking like direct and like fucking I'll be in your face about it, and I love that shit. And I loved hanging around black people and being able to say nigger all the time, and it's fun, and it was great. Oh, we watched Boondocks all the time. It was so fucking fun. Black people were so much fun in college when I finally got out of hanging with white people all the time. It was so much fun. I like Cameron, though. Cameron was cool. He introduced me to Gurren Lagann and played the fuck out of Halo 3. It was fucking dope. What else? God, I'm just talking. End up not finishing because I wanted to be a professional writing major, but didn't do the fucking art stuff that you have to do if you're going to be a professional writing major. And I didn't do some of the writing stuff either. Satire class, like legitimate writing classes. The speech class, nailed. Some of the writing classes, fine. Satire class, I fucked up. Great teacher, introduced me to Jamaica Kincaid. And yeah, I just wouldn't do 3D art. Just didn't. After 2D art, I was like, I did it, I failed it and did it a second time and nailed it. Nude, live nude drawing, that's amazing. It's like you get over it. It's like, oh man, I'm seeing a titty, this is awesome. I'm seeing a dick, this is weird. But you get over it so fucking fast. Like 15 minutes, and now you're like, okay, I'm not making that arm like I know that arm is supposed to look. What the fuck? And like you're focusing on what you're supposed to be doing. It's so fucking interesting. I love that shit. Well, Isabel, your text made the podcast. Cass, congratulations. Nah, it can wait. Yeah. I guess I did that. You are wrong. Fucking texting about defending myself. I shouldn't text this. And I know I don't need to defend myself. Every time. You insinuate. Oh man, a lot of dead air right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fucking figure out how to distance myself from a bad situation. Insinuate? Insinuate. I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry. You are hurt by my actions after. person who you too. Yeah, I'll have a great weekend. Anyway, I really do have to delete all this. I was just texting about how, I'm not just because I'm with someone for so long and now I am not then owed more time to them. And so I should not, engage, but I also have a feeling in me that I think I want to reach that part of them that knows I'm not a fucking evil dirtbag person that they say I am. And I know they know that. And I know that. And so why do we even give it a shot? Just let it go. You too. Yeah, I should just block her. That's right. Okay. Damn, 40 minutes. This is too long. See, I say this every time. What else? Okay, I flopped out of Spanish Art and Design. I think it's 2 years in second year. 2 years in. It was such a fun school. I should have finished it. I should have finished Mercer. I should have finished Spanish Art and Design. Spanish Art and Design was way more fun. I remember watching a lot of cool movies and The Departed and Mercer, but also I remember being a fucking arty movie snob and going by living and dying by what Film Threat or Rotten Tomatoes said, and then finding out that Ace Ventura: Pet Detective had a 20% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and be like, well then fuck everything. All reviews are dumb. And that kind of broke me. That was years. That took me years later to find out, oh yeah, all these movie comedies I like as a kid have terrible reviews because critics are gnarled and watch every comedy that has ever come out, and so they've seen all the jokes coming, and they're not the audience for that. Anyway, so I end up just living at home in Nashville. After living in the fucking best, Atlanta was so much fun. Shit was happening all the time. Ticket stuff was happening all the time. Cool people, cool shit, fucking art stuff, fucking amazing things, fucking historical things happening all the time in Atlanta. It was fucking so cool. Then I come back to Nashville and I just stay in my room, just jerk off, just watch stuff, just watch anime, just watch mecha shows. I need to watch all these things I'm fucking piling on my computer. I need to watch every single thing for the opportunity for when I finally write something. This will be for writing. I will make a fucking movie of this show. That was my psycho reasoning for watching and reading so much of these TV shows and animes and The Wires and stuff. So I'll make a movie version. They'll be influenced by this great stuff. It's yeah, maybe, but you're fucking not. And just basically being dead. Just dead to the world. And then, Steve Gilreath, who had a heart problem, was a patient of my dad's, came to my dad's house where I was living. My dad was like, hey, he's a film producer, TV producer. You should talk to him. You're into film and TV. And I talked with him. He got me as a PA job on the Dove Awards, the Christian Music Awards that happened in Nashville, as he was a director of that. And Sinbad was on the show. I didn't meet Sinbad, which is so maddening. But also, I met the writer for the show who wrote for Sinbad. So I don't typically write for Sinbad, but he wrote was this scrawny white guy, older white guy who was kind of balding, who wrote all this yeah man, my daughter, he wrote a Sinbad style monologue. It was the weird. It's looking back, it's that's weird. I thought you just kind of wrote an outline. Sinbad just goes, but that was really you trying to write Sinbad. That was fucking wild, dude. That's I'm begrudgingly impressed. Begrudging. I am impressed. I thought Sinbad could do that stuff all his own, but no, it's cool that it's within the confines of an award show. And that changed my life. I started PAing for him, and then I started PAing for other stuff, started looking for PA jobs, started using it as my resume, voice, all these other things, travel, end up finding, and then immediately, fortuitously, a film school opens up in Franklin. I go to NFI, It's a bad school. It still exists. Because I don't know if it's a bad school now. Maybe they improved. But I was their first student. Puh. Don't ever do that. Don't be the first student of a fucking school. Charter school. It was a 9-month program. We had a new teacher fucking every week, maybe even more than every week. Learning directing in a week, learning producing in a week. Fuck that. Acting in a week, directing an actor in a week. That was the most intimidating, but that was the most gratifying, I think. That guy Mark Cabus, look him up. He's in Selma as a lawyer for the bad side, but he's still a great actor. You look him up. He's fucking amazing. Look at his shit. He's a good guy. I like him. I like him a lot. Sound like Barney Rubble. A lot of Rubbles in this podcast. I've been rewatching Flintstones. Who's the bird with the 3-4 feet? Still a little mockingbird to sing. Listen to that mockingbird sing. Hey, listen to the mockingbird. Whoa, listen to the mockingbird. That mockingbird is singing his last song. Hand me my shooting iron, boy. Is it flying? Well, grab him. Oh shit, this is way too long. NFI, met Stephanie, met Tom, met Jessica, met Zach, met Dustin, met Doug. Rest in peace, Doug. What a fucking crew. What a fucking crew. What a fucking amazing crew. Steven? Yeah, I met Steven. Steven's fucking like a psych. He's a psycho. I love him. What a crew. Love it. I love the film. Like, it brings together such desperate, parts of the caste system and cultures. You need all of them to make a film. You need blue collar, you need white collar, you need red, you need like all the fucking spectrums of collars to make some sort of movie, and it's so fucking awesome. Anyway, I just love that. Liberal Hollywood, no, there's all sorts of fuckers on set. It's just the actors you're talking about. But all sorts of motherfuckers on set. It's great. Just like truck driving guys and roadies. It's just fucking. Then the story, and they're whipping up stories and stuff. It feels like being running away with the circus. That's what it feels like. Do it for free. Stayed up late watching movies at NFI with Stephanie, and ended up bumping, ended up making out, ended up sucking titties. That's what I remember. Doing it in jerking it, getting jerked in every room. I think I had sex for the first time, yeah, in like that kind of lobby area. And we were both like, is this what it feels like? Oh, man. And then we thought we heard somebody because it was like an old building that creaks. And then we just stopped. And it was so fucking like, damn it. I wish I could completely feel that and pull out. But Stephanie was an odd bird. I found out she wasn't an atheist from watching a Patton Oswalt. It's like, why does he say this stuff about God? It's like, oh, yeah, because it's like a silly, superstitious thing. And she goes, oh, okay. And then I realized, oh, I've offended her. Oh, she's a Christian. And then I found out, she's super non-denominational, feeling the Holy Ghost shaking Christian. And I was like, oh, she didn't, I've never seen her do that, but she went to many, many churches where that happened many, many times. And her mom was preacher sometimes, but mostly a choir director. And that intimidated the fuck out of me, the living fuck. I can't do anything in front of a reverend. That's what I thought. And the mom, on top of being the mom, she's also a reverend. The fuck? It made me fucking so... And she was cute. The mom was fucking cute. I was like, she's gonna turn into that. Oh, man. And it made me even more like, man. I remember one time Stephanie told me, like, yeah, her titties are just so huge. That's just embarrassing. And I just go, why did you tell me? I was like crying. So fucking, I already thought they were, and now it's, Anyway, according to their Stephanie didn't want her family to know that we had ever been intimate and stuff, so she hid it until this podcast, huh? Don't tell anybody, fuckers. Like you can find her. And it just, it was partially like she didn't believe like I was down for the Christianity cause she was definitely in with. She said angels saved her from crashing her car, and that's the main thing that makes her a Christian, is that she saw angels save her. So it's like, it's not a belief, that means you saw them. Whatever. I'm dicking with someone's belief. That's not right. That's a mean thing to do, Andre. That's not what you do, because you have dumb things you believe, and you shouldn't believe them anymore because you're whatever, a learned person, but you still do it, and you still believe it, and you still and you still expect other people to just acquiesce to whatever you're talking about, even though it's stupid. Anyway, what am I talking about in specifically with when it comes to that? Wrestling and animation, art, stand-up. I'm trying to make everyone a stand-up. I think it's fantastic. What am I talking about? Who knows, really, what my beliefs are. I think I want God to be real, because I want there to be like a guy who's like, I wanted it to be fair. I want God to be real so that there's like an accountant for like, hey, come on, that's not right. But also, if God's real, that means he's like kind of like a blue collar schlub like us. He's like us. He's doing his fucking level best. But he doesn't have, he planned for 2 people to be here, and look at all this he's way overworked, under budget, can't get home to see his kids and family. His fucking secretary's not the fucking quickest, and, he's actually wants to know and do everything that's going on in the world, but it's just too fucking much for the one guy to be in charge, one God to be in charge. That's what I think. I think about that a lot, like how much of a job God has, and how it's just like, why would I keep doing this, man? You guys are fucking assholes all the time to me, and you misinterpret what I say. I didn't say that shit at all, man. Here's what really went down. It's like, that'd be fun. But he can't relax at any point. He can't relax. He can't have Sunday off. It's his day off, because you're going to go to church and pray, and he has to answer these, listen to your shit. That's bullshit, man. Anyway, yeah, I was sort of ambivalent about, religion at the time. Wasn't agnostic. I'm still kind of agnostic, but I kind of want there to be a God. That would make me happy if there was a God. If there was a person that was like a being that was like, this is what's fair and this is what isn't, and I tried to set it up to be fair, but people keep fucking it up. All right? That's what it is. And and every once in a while I do something that's like, okay, everything lined up to where I can look like I can cause a good thing to happen. Most of the times when I try stuff, it fucks up, causes a hurricane, so I try not to intercede, butterfly flapping his wings here causes a thunderstorm in China shit. Okay, I need to end this podcast. This is the longest podcast in history. What was I talking about? Yeah, Stephanie. And then we broke up because I went to see... We were already kind of in a spiral downward. And then about just so many things. Living so far apart. Not talking to her sometimes over Skype because I was forgetting. Not messaging fast enough. Stupid guy shit. Just not messaging fast enough. You should just do it. If that's what you do it. You're there. Just power up your phone, get on the Skype. And Skype was amazing to talk with her and jerk off in front of her. Stupid. Seeing her titties over Skype. It's great. And then I went to see Django Unchained with Dustin's friends, and then she was like, why did you see that movie? I mean, don't you think there's too many slave movies and blah, blah, blah? And I was just like, really? I don't know, something. And then that kind of slid into other things. And that led into, why can't I yell at a black, cashier at McDonald's if they fuck up my order? And it's like, you can, but you know what it looks like when you do. You can totally do that if they fuck up your order, and you can feel like you're being racist or whatever because they did a bad thing. But know that if you see someone yelling at a black person behind the counter, you know what that looks like, right? A white person yelling at a black person who's like has a worse job than them. You know what that looks like. Everyone knows what that looks like. I would say it looks entitlement shit. And from that conversation, I was just like, yeah, okay. And the next day, I think I broke, and it was just. Oh no, I think that night I was just looking at her crying and just like exhausted and like screaming, and I was screaming. I was just looking at her and how miserable I was making a human being that I cared about. I was just like, we should break up. We should have broke up long before because we were just spiraling. But we should break up. I'm making you worse. You're making me madder and worse, and let it go. It's like, okay, we'll try to be friends. I'm putting up air quotes, and then the next day I go like, hey, maybe can we get back together? I feel lonely. And she goes, no, I'm not getting back together. Fucking broke up. I'm not gonna jump back after you said it, you idiot. It's like, oh, okay. It does make me feel like a piece of shit for asking again, and then turning on. It was like, well, why'd I ask? I was stupid. Anyway, I should go home. What? I should go home. Hey, Isabel. Hey, Angela. Hey, who else listening? Anthony, James, Zach, Holly's listening. Hey, Holly. You're still a person to me. I don't want bad things to happen to you. I want the best things, and for you and your family. You seem like you know right from wrong most of the time, until encounters with you and me, and it just goes fucking wild. And it's just you want to see me get mad because you want me to see me that I care, and that's, hey, I understand that, but I can't fucking abide by that. That's fucked up. And that's fucking just because that's what boyfriends, girlfriends, that's what they end up hurting each other after a while. That's just, it happens, and you have to fucking know that it's happening, and then like, do something about it and talk about it. It's just a healthy thing to talk about it and not just like let it fester and just go by, oh, I should ignore. I shouldn't make them matter. I should try to just acquiesce and say nothing. Then that makes it worse, and that just means you're not committing or risking for the relationship. And that's what I was doing, and that's what I think what she's doing, and that's what I think the whole thing is doing. And now it just seems like she's just taking out stuff on me, and I don't really get it. Like, I wasn't using Facebook a lot before. Now I'm using it a lot, and she thinks everything on Facebook is about her, and it's not really. But some stuff, like when I did what song was that? You Can Go Your Own Way. I was actually listening to lyrics and feeling like really misty-eyed and fucking reflective, and like this is about me, and this is about me and our relationship. Oh man. And it's just like, no, this is about the person who wrote it. It's a relationship. Not everything's about you, you idiot. But hey, you can interpret it, and you can see that there's a message there of I'm happy. It's like the Dolly Parton song of I will always love you, even though, we're not together. I will always love you. I will always care about you and always think about you. In a fond way and in a weird way. Why end it like this, you idiot? Now it's like an hour and 20 minutes, a fucking movie-length podcast, and you ended it like on a fucking dick note. I'm reading Dolly Parton. She's a fun person. She's a great person. She has amazing metaphors. I'm going to try to find one right now. She has such a cool life. She almost got her foot chopped off, and her mom sewed it back on, put like sawdust or whatever on it, and she almost got lost and died like 1,000 times in life. And it seems like I'm not even in her teenage fucking years. And she's lived so many things, and she's written, and she's talking about writing songs as a child, and her first song she's remembering, and it's just fucking charming. And oh man, it just makes me just like want to hug somebody. Wants me to hug Dolly Parton because she's a fucking special human being who is financially so. It's like, yeah, it's the first thing people like say to me. It's like, oh, this Dolly Parton, but what a financial wizard, what a genius. It's like, yeah, and she cares about her people. Dollywood was made because all of her Hick family down there in the holler was like, hey, give us money. And she's like, how about I give you a job, and it turned into Dolly World, where they end up being able to finance all their kids, going to school and stuff. And she's a fucking real human being and a real hero. Ryan Gosling. Anyway, let's end it. Yeah, end it with Dolly. She's a dope queen. Check out Two Dope Queens. Why am I recommending the other podcast? Stop it. Check out Sean and Brad's podcast. What the fucking podcast is that shit? I forget the name, but it seems like a cool idea. Oh no, this is not how you recommend a podcast. Oh no, oh boy. You're doing a bad job. Oh no, here it is. Okay. Which is better? It's my friends, not my friend, I mean, like, I like them. I'm friendly with them. I don't think we'd hang out and stuff. I think it would be weird. I think I'd be weird to them if I hung out with them. Brad Edwards and, Sean Parrott and Gary fucking, what the fuck is Gary? Gary Fletcher, that's right. They talk really funny. And Brad is just maybe the funniest person in the fucking city, but he just refuses to go out and use that fucking amazing voice. Get out there, boy. Anyway, love this guy. I think, if anyone's to get a show, Brad Edward Pendergrass should get a fucking TV show and should be have all of his specials. He has 2 comedy albums, so he's getting out there. I just wish it was even more so. I wish he was like hosting and going to festivals and stuff, but he's burnt out by the shit, I think, by the grind and comedians and audiences and putting together shows and shitty people, which is, fair enough. Hey, everyone has their own way, and everyone deals with shit differently, and you can't fucking fault him for being happy with what he's doing in life. I wish I was happy with everything I was doing as much as he's happy with what he's doing. How about that? How about them eggs? Oh, I'm doing a show. Oh, I have a show to promote. Oh, shit. I'm going to be doing an improv jam tomorrow after work. I don't know what the fuck that's going to be. A bunch of newbies and a bunch of motherfuckers who have never done it, but also I've never worked with them. And a whole bunch of... Oh, shit. What's the fucking show? Oh, man. And I don't know. It's going to be my first one, so who gives a fuck? Let's go. There's going to be Fight Night June 28th in Murfreesboro, in the Borough Bar Grill. Borough Bar Grill, where me, Nick Bush, who's a fucking hustler. He's a white, black, he's light skinned. He's a, prep school teacher, guy who's black, who's like, I can get that. We're probably in the same brand. We could be on the same. I've had an idea for that sitcom where we just get all the black nerds all fucking in who don't fit into like the hardcore stereotype. Get all of the character actor, all those dudes, that just get them all in one show and fucking see the different shades of black nerds, whatever I'm talking about. But I just like the idea of like they're just sitting on the sidelines and fighting for the same roles, and it sucks. So we should all just have one big show. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be Injustice 2, video game, competitive, round-robin tourney between 4 people. It's going to be fucking awesome. I'm going to lose it multiple times a night. It will be amazing. Brittany Brewer. Brittany is going to be there. She's the hypest fucking, like, wrestling comedian fucking worker in the biz. She's gonna lose it. I hope she doesn't get too drunk. She's a tiny person. She gets drunk very easily. And then Nick Bush, he could get too drunk too easily, too. And I can get drunk too easily because I just don't drink that often. But we're gonna be doing 3-person commentary? How's that gonna sound? Hopefully one of us is a heel. Hopefully one of us is face. Hopefully one of us is play-by-play. I hope I'm the play-by-play, so I don't have to do goofy shit. I hope we're just all real. I hope we're just people and just can talk. We just have philosophies. Right, Zach? You fucking know-nothing normie? Anyway, what is it? We call people who aren't comics real human beings. We had real human beings at the show, and I call them normies when I'm like, ugh, they don't... They think this... They're laughing at memes and talking about puns. Oh, you're so funny, John. And then just like, oh, you bunch of normies. I love hanging around comedians where they're just very dissertating. It's like, that wasn't funny. Shut up. You know it. And then, yes. And that's why you can't have, like, a roast with a bunch of normies. That's why I'm not going to have Belcourt roast. That's stupid. I'm going to write a bunch of roast material, but I'm not going to do it to them. I'm just going to have it, just in case. I got to roast a bitch in the middle of the motherfucking day because they're getting too high in the goddamn horse. Roast Ed on a spit. Anyway, do I have another show? I must have another show. Yeah, I'm doing something July 28th at the C. Hubbard United Methodist Church, my church. Come out to see me at some time when I'm not working. I'll be going to church on July 8th. So July 28th, there's going to be a church spoken word open mic. Mostly poetry because the Reverend has a bunch of poetic kids. And, but I'm going to do fucking jokes. Suck my dick. I'm going to be doing jokes. And it'll be PG. But it'll be jokes about movies and black people. Not my dick. So that cuts off a third of the Hydra that I have as my fucking jokes. Jesus. My cousin has a wedding. Fucking Sunday, July 1st. I keep forgetting. Am I even invited anymore? Who gives a fuck? Oh, I have therapy. Tuesday, July 17th. Kim Anderson. Be there. Open mic in Chattanooga on the 18th. At JJ's Boom. Be there. 10 p.m. I have, what the fuck else? Oh, JK has a show in Bowling Green. Look up JK, comedian JK. Be there. Pompoko this Wednesday. Be there. Fuck. No, I already missed it. I already missed Pompoko. That was last Wednesday. I'm gonna go to fucking, Princess Mononoke, July 25th. Be there. Yay. Damn. Is there anything? Do I have a show? No, it's Father's thing. Twin Keg show. Aunt Mary. Damn, I don't have that many things. When I get a thing, I'll let you know. Oh fuck! I want to promote another thing. There's a motherfucking office dinner party parody at Third Coast, July 1st, Sunday, 7 p.m. I'll be at a fucking wedding. I already bought tickets. I'll be at the fucking wedding, unless the wedding doesn't last all fucking... I gotta call off work. Oh, fuck. Did I already call off work? I better have called off work. Okay, let's end this fucking podcast. This was like a lot of dead air of me like texting like my manager Casey, Isabel, to get her to join the podcast, which she sort of did by text, by saying that she's at the gym. That's funny. And then texting Holly back, and then probably I need to like leave her alone. Just need to leave her alone, because every time I try to like mend defense, it just gets more fucked up. And you let that shit sit, let it grow over, let it fucking let fucking werewolves come in, fuck you up, and then leave, and then fucking a mountain or whatever. Eventually, a fucking rock falls into place, whatever, and you'll have your blocked off area. Okay, ending this. I'm gonna post it. You're gonna see it. That's it. That's all I have to say, frankly. Next Thursday, I swear to God, I will fucking put it up on Thursday. And my fucking AndrePressPlay@gmail.com. Send me something. I don't give a fuck. Say dicks in it. I don't give a... Tell me to say, hey, I suck my own dick and I want to suck other dicks because I like the taste of my dick. Maybe I like other dicks. Say something. Let me know you're out there. I know there's at least 30 Russian bots downloading this fucking thing when I post it. That's wild. I don't understand. No one's downloading it from the Twitter, Facebook, I don't know, the Instagram. But it shows that no one's clicked it, liked it, subscribed, retweeted, nothing. No one. And that just makes me go like, wow. So who's doing it? Because I see 34 people just did it. Just downloaded it from something. Just Googled it. That's crazy. Anyway, the people who are doing this, email me. Let me know how you found this. Because this is like a fucking secret podcast in a way. I'm not telling anybody, not telling family. I don't want fucking anyone who actually knows me to listen to this. I want there to be like 68 episodes. And then it hits. And then I get a guest that's like, holy shit, who's this guy? And then they listen to some of it. Some of the old ones, and then go like, oh my God, you talked about, why do you talk about this? Anyway, I love you all. Seriously, I love you. I'm trying to work on saying I love you more. I suck at it. I'm a dude thing, and that's not allowable anymore. I'm not allowing I'm a dude, that's what, hey, I did that to my mom. I didn't say I love you a lot. I'm going to try saying I love you a lot. You guys are precious to me. Please take care of yourselves. Every single fucking one of you. If you hear this, I really fucking mean it. You're amazing and you're better than you think you are. See you next week.